So Kendrick Lamar is back. Yes, sir. He is back. This time he's stopping in Latin America. It was previously where he performed in America, and then he had performed over there overseas in Europe and the UK. The Grand National Tour for Europe had started in September, and it went all the way until August 9th. That's when it concluded. Now he's on the third leg of his tour for Latin America, and the first stop is in Mexico City. So he decided to show love to Mexico, and this is where you could see him perform. This is where he starts showing love to the people, where he starts showing out for the people. At his concert, I believe the first song is Whacked Out Murals for his set list. Like I said, it looks like there's a new set list for this tour now, for the Latin America tour. It looks like the first song, like I said, was Whacked Out Murals, Squabble Up, N95, King Kunta, Element, TV Off, Part 1. Not sure what that means, Part 1, maybe just the first part of the song. And then we have Euphoria on the 7th track. We have Hey Now, Reincarnated, Humble, Backseat Freestyle, Family Ties Freestyle, which has been a freestyle that he's been doing at every show, where he changes the lyrics. Some people have talked about it in the comments. Swimming Pools, now with the instrumental. So this is where you start seeing changes to the lineup, to the set list. But it's just going to be the instrumental playing, and then following a Mad City remix, which is called the Sweet Love remix. We have All Right, which is also going to be sang in its entirety. Previously, I believe he was only doing a little bit or pieces of the song. Now we're going to get the full song for the Latin America shows. And then followed up by Man at the Garden, Dodger Blue. This is when we start getting into the GNX songs like that, DNA. And then we get Good Credit. So he's going to perform Good Credit still. Rich Spirit is now added to the set list, which is, I mean, I love Rich Spirit, one of my favorite songs. And Count Me Out, one of my favorite songs again. Money Trees, obviously a classic. Poetic Justice, Luther. Now, the interesting part about Luther is that SZA is not there no more. SZA is not at the show. She only performed at the recent show for the Europe and the American tours. But this one now, she's no longer going to be at. And the song has been shortened. However, he still comes out with the red GNX. And we're going to get to that because he leaves a message when he's sitting next to the GNX. And then we have TV Off Part 2. So I guess there's the second part of TV Off. And then we have Not Like Us and Gloria. Because like I said, Luther has been shortened, but he still shows the GNX. And it's what he said. And the reason for this video, he says, I will be back. And it's the way that he says he will be back is why people are talking about it the way that they are.
And we ain't gonna make this just a special occasion. We're gonna make it regular. So with that being said, I give you my word. Let's go. I will be back.
Now, I'm not sure exactly why he said it like that. A lot of people are saying that he sounds like the Terminator when he says, I will be back. If he's saying that he will be back, I could only assume it's because he's going to do another tour. That's the only thing that I could think of. Why he said it the way that he did. Why is he saying it in front of a covered GNX, in front of the red tarp? It could be a lot of signs, could be a lot of symbolism, but I feel like the message that he's saying right now in front of the car makes me feel like he is trying to get people prepared for the next return, for the next visit when he comes back to Mexico. Only time he's going to do that is when he actually has another album to perform with. So I feel real positive that this message is not only for the people in Mexico and saying that he will be back, but also for the people in every other city that he showed up to, letting them know, I will be back. I will be back when I'm done with this tour and I'm getting ready for the next album. That's when you will see me again. Like I said, he has one more leg of the tour, and this is when he comes out with Doechii and Schoolboy Q. I think personally that Black Hippie is going to come out here. That's been an opinion of mine, a theory of mine that I've been saying on here. Absol's been dropping a lot of music for whatever reason. Schoolboy Q has been on his own shows playing Blessed. A lot of people are saying that that got cleared and that was available on Spotify recently. So there's a lot of talks. There's a lot of talks about Black Hippie being there. Like I said, he has the third leg of his tour, which is Latin America. And then this is when he goes back to Australia and finishes out the rest of his tour. But like I said, after this tour is completely finished, I think he's going to come back because there's also been other conversations about how Kendrick Lamar is going to keep going. This is not the end. I don't think GNX is going to be the last album that he does. DJ Head had recently had talked about how Kendrick Lamar was going to keep performing and keep dropping for the next 4 years.
February 9th, he's going to Australia. I thought that was interesting.
Which I also said on this show is that's the best course of action. Should have did that months ago. Go run it up across the world. Go on a world tour. Be the nigga. Because right now what's fucked up is you might have to go on tour to 2028, 2029-ish. Because you got to think. We got the GNX album. We might get some more shit, depending on how the homie feel, right? Stay on stream. We got Grammys coming. We got Super Bowl. Then we got whatever we got coming after that. You might see. Then Tyler's going on tour. You finna get. It's gonna be ugly for 2 years from today.
From the West Coast perspective,
November 25th.
Huh?
November 25th.
And then 2 years from now, 2 years after 2 years from today, we got the Olympics
in LA.
In LA, I'm not going nowhere. Dot not going nowhere. It's finna be ugly out here.
So that conversation has always been interesting to me because DJ Head is basically saying from 2 years from that day that was recorded, it's going to get ugly. And then after another 2 years, we still have the Olympics. Now, remember the buckle that Kendrick Lamar had been wearing? It had pieces of the Olympics on it or references to the Olympics. Either way it goes, somebody that's tapped in with Kendrick Lamar is telling us that this is not the end, that this is going to continue, and it might get ugly for Drake moving forward. So very interesting piece that I wanted to share with y'all that resembles what Kendrick Lamar is saying on stage right now. But y'all could tell me how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Big shout outs to everybody that's been supporting the channel, rocking with the channel, everybody that you see on screen. If you'd like to donate to the channel, Cash App at the top right corner of the video. Join the Patreon, and the links will be in the description. If you'd like to show love that way, I appreciate everybody that's out here. Make sure y'all show some love and hit the like, notification bell, all that shit, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.